Welcome everybody. Tonight we're asking an uncomfortable question for resellers. Are we actually sourcing stock, or do we just really like shopping? Because I'm starting to think there's a very fine line between the two. My name's Chris, aka Car Boot Chris, and I'm a full-time UK online reseller. I operate mainly on eBay, but also on Vinted and whatnot. I'm bringing you regular podcasts all about reselling with a bit of fun thrown in too. Hopefully to keep you company, to entertain you, and maybe a little bit of education. Who knows? Welcome to the Everything Reselling Podcast. Hello everybody! Welcome back. It's Monday night, it's 8 p.m, which means only one thing. You're here to join Car Boot Chris and Bargain Bell for an evening of fun and frolics and entertainment and absolutely no reselling content whatsoever. Well,
Yay.
Maybe a small amount of reselling content. But yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you've had a good week. And Belle's here this evening, as promised last week, because she skived off, didn't you?
Yes, dear. If that's
Silence.
Is that what you want to call it?
Skived off.
Yeah.
So I'm just to introduce to everyone, even though there is an introduction at the start as well. I'm a full-time reseller. I buy and sell stuff and flip it online for a profit. And it's what I do to make a living. I earn an average UK wage. And Belle has a real job. And what's your job, babe?
Now, I'm an assistant.
Well, yeah, now, obviously.
I'm an assistant care broker.
Moving on. No, basically, Belle now, how do you sum it up in one sentence? One sentence.
I source care homes for people.
Via the council?
Via the council.
Okay, that's what Belle does.
Yeah.
And she loves it, don't you?
Yay!
She does. She's getting there, aren't you? Oh, big news, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned this before, but Belle will soon be presenting this show in Welsh, won't you?
No. I am doing a Welsh course, though. Work have agreed to put me on a 30-week Welsh course. But it's still only a beginner's course.
30 weeks?
30 weeks.
How many hours a week will that be?
It's only a couple of hours on a Tuesday.
Wow.
Starting in September. So hopefully by the time I finish that, I'll be able to say hello to you.
Hello and goodbye. And where is the train station?
I can say good morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I can say where's the train station?
No, I can say good morning.
Go on, what is it?
Borada.
Borada.
Mm-hmm. And then Prihanda is good afternoon.
Prihanda, bloody hell.
I have to put that on all my emails, so
you know. But is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I've been asking. My accent is never going to be brilliant, but yeah, I should know how to say kind regards because that's at the bottom of all my emails, but I haven't asked somebody how to pronounce it, so I need to find out.
So next time we're at a car boot sale in deepest, darkest Wales, are you going to be able to earwig on what they're all saying about us?
Maybe at some point I'll be able to pick up a couple of words.
Good. That should be interesting. Yeah, because it's funny how you kind of turn up at a stall. Like it doesn't really happen on the North Wales coast because it's not really that Welsh up here. But if you go to a car boot sale inland, as soon as they know that you're English, they start speaking in Welsh and they know you can't understand. They're probably discussing how much they're going to overcharge us.
But I work with my boss and one of my work colleagues are both born and bred Welsh. And neither of them speak Welsh.
That's amazing, that.
Not one of them speak Welsh. I met a guy the other day who is third generation Welsh. So his parents are Welsh and his grandparents are Welsh. And they've had Welsh farms for generations. And he doesn't speak Welsh. So
crazy. I always thought that like if you were born here and you grew up here, pretty much you were going to be speaking Welsh.
I think what it is, as I'm finding out, it's not so much an option anymore. I think that I think this is where it's changing, but you used to be able to have the option to go to a Welsh school or an English school. So if you sent your kids to an English school, predominantly you were speaking English, and they only learn Welsh like we would learn French. So you'd only have one lesson a week with Welsh.
Which is a waste of time, isn't it?
But then you've got the other side of it where people have sent the kids to Welsh schools where it's predominantly Welsh, and English was only one lesson a week like you would learn French. So, yeah. But obviously, so most people sent the kids to English schools.
Yeah.
Because English is definitely spoke more further afield than Welsh is.
Yes.
But you know something I've noticed, and this is why it's like really confusing how they're trying to force the Welsh into Wales again. My boss, her nieces and nephews went to Welsh schools, so her nieces and nephews are fluent in Welsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they when they're at home between themselves, they'll speak Welsh,
Right.
even though the parents aren't, because the parents went to English. They speak Welsh. But the problem they're having now is they're at the age where they're off to university, and they're going to university in England, and they're struggling with their English because their first language is Welsh.
Interesting. I'm sure they'll pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah, but there you go. The dilemmas of living in Wales.
I know. Right.
It's a good job I don't have to speak Cornish.
I know. I was just catching up on the chat there, as I noticed. Yeah. Belle's going to say hello to as many people in the chat as possible. So get your hellos in now. If you've never spoken in this chat, tonight is the night. Say hello in the YouTube chat, and Belle will give you a shout out. As long as it's within the next 1 minute, because that's how long we're going to do the shout outs for. So just give me a second. Let me line up the music. Forgotten to do that. Okay, that. And 1 minute music's off now. Go.
So LL11 is in there first. Kevin Hawthorne, Lucy's Car Boot, Lazy Jane, Rosie Marsden, Karen Evans, Carol Harris, Lynn, Stoney's Den.
That's a new name.
Speed Foot Flips, Sharon Island, Emsdom UK, Lizzie Scotty Dog, Deborah Sardine, Alex's Retro Drip, Limelight Vintage, Lisa Retro Sheller. Is that Retro Sheller? Mara Trading Reviews.
That's a new name.
Lucy's. Oh, we've said Lucy. Nothing Major. Paul Hillman. Guzzy. See What You Buy. Legitimate Reseller.
New name.
Cavallis. Dizzy 1989. Richard Payne. Being Laney.
Hi, Laney.
Rosie Marsden. I can't remember if I've said her. I'm running out of names. Chris Tyler.
You've also run out of time.
I think I'm Paul Jarman. Rachel Fantastic.
Paul Jarman's a new name.
Dal Gleesh 94. Sandra Parker.
You need to stop now. You're cheating.
Helen Graham. Fluffy the Muffin. And
there you go.
House of Dolly.
Oh, I've not seen that. And another new name. Welcome. Oh no, House of Dolly. Wasn't they here before? I think they might have been here before.
So there you go.
Oh, well, welcome everybody who's new here. If you're a silent lurker, then feel free to join in the chat at any point. We don't bite. You can say anything. You can ask a question. You can make a comment. You can make a suggestion. You can comment on the current chat. You can do whatever you like. Just talk amongst yourselves. Let me just whiz back because there was a couple of comments. Lucy's been volunteering. Well done, Lucy.
Long shift, that 7 hours.
7-hour shift. That's basically a working day, isn't it?
Dizzy said, been listing lately as I've recently been selling on Vinted and started eBay. Loving making small sales. Feels addictive. I've also never been to a car boot.
Wow, Dizzy, that's mad. So been listing lately. What kind of stuff do you sell, Dizzy? And sort of where do you source from if you don't source from car boots? Tell us a bit about what you do there.
Shops.
Is it charity shops, wholesale? What do you do? And Laney's in. I've not seen Laney in the chat
Hi,
for
Laney.
a while.
Hope you're doing okay.
Laney's been doing whatnots.
That's sure.
Yeah.
Get
it's
you,
jewelry,
Laney.
isn't it? I need to tune into one of your shows, Laney, see how it's getting on. But yeah, well done for getting on there. Let me know, how's it going, Laney, on the live selling? What's your game plan with it? Where do you get your stuff from? How does it sell? You know, let us know how you're getting on. Give us a little write-up.
Stoney's Den said, fun fact, a form of Welsh is spoken in Patagonia.
Where's Patagonia? I thought it was a jacket.
I thought it was a jacket. Legitimate Reseller says, is Welsh the language the old fella with all the guns was speaking in Hot Fuzz? No idea.
Oh, this is Jeff.
Is it?
Yeah, legitimate
there's his
reseller.
cat.
Because he's starting to resell now properly, yeah. He's made one sale on eBay and now Jeff's a reseller.
Alex says, how did your podcast go, Chris?
How did the podcast? Which podcast? The one with Simon and Luke. I did one with Simon and Luke, which we recorded last week. I think did it go out today? Went out this morning, didn't it? I did share it, actually. Yeah, it was good. We had a good chat. Tune into it. Make sure you go and have a listen or a watch.
Dizzy says he's been listening during work. He works as a postie in Royal Mail.
Oh,
Be walking around listening.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Chris says, Belle, you look like Mrs. Andy Pandy tonight. And now I've looked, yeah, I do look like Mrs. Andy Pandy.
Who's Mrs. Andy Pandy?
Andy Pandy's Mrs.
Why do you look like Mrs. Andy Pandy?
Because this is what Andy Pandy looks like.
Oh, right, okay. Excuse me a minute. Mic up that way.
I'm not fiddling with my bits.
Dizzy, you said you listened to this like when you're out and about as a postie. How do you find it, like listening along to this Monday, especially the Monday night show? Because I've started posting mini clips from like when I'm doing lives during the week as well. But how do you find listening to this show? Because it's a lot of waffle in it, like, and then we do a bit of the theme of the title of the show, and then we have the duck race. So
yeah, but most podcasts are just waffle.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
Most podcasts are serious chat.
Nah, it's just waffle. It's just waffle.
How do you find it anyway, Dizzy? I'm asking you. What's it like to listen to? Like, you can be honest. If it's a bit like, oh, this is a load of shit, then let me know.
I'm sure someone would have told you by now if it was.
Not necessarily.
Guzzy said, have you sold all your caps?
I'm embracing the naked look at the moment. Dizzy has sold some old personal bits and a couple of bits from a local charity shop, mostly Vinted, and a couple of sales on eBay. Well done. Good luck. I hope it carries on that way.
Lisa says, I watched it.
Lisa enjoyed it. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that.
Legitimate says, after watching these live streams for years as an outsider non-reseller, I listed and sold an item on eBay in 8 minutes, hence the name change. I'm legit now. What was it? He's hooked after that one sale.
Jeff, what was your listing? What did you sell? Let us know in the chat.
Stoney says, first live stream tonight, been catching up from series 1 on work drives.
Oh, nice.
Hope to sell some bits from the clutter and then who knows.
Oh, well done, Stoney.
So if people are catching up and listening from series 1, it can't be that bad.
No. Stoney's down. I'm just looking at your logo there. I have to go like that to get the bottom of my glasses so I can read it. Finds, projects, and a bit of everything. Stoney's Den.
Laney says,
not John Stones, is it?
Laney says, yes, jewelry. It's not bad, just a very part-time thing, 2 shows a month to fund things I need that go to the bottom of the list because something else comes up.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's great.
I source mainly job lots from eBay and can't remember what else you asked.
Oh, fair enough.
Are you okay?
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well done. And
Patagonia's in South America.
Oh, is it? It's not easy putting yourself out there on live shows. It really isn't. So well done. And
no, but Lainey's got a great personality. Not that I'm saying you don't, but Lainey's got a great personality. She comes across really well when she does videos and shows. She's funny.
Yeah.
Bet she doesn't moan it like you do.
But it's good that if you can find a way to earn a bit of spare cash, reselling is great. And reselling is quite easy to do that, really. Once you get into it, even Belle can do it, so anyone can. So yeah, Patagonia's in South America. I did not know that. I've learned something today. Thank you.
Is that where all the coats come from then?
Well, obviously, yeah. Personally, I've enjoyed them and you both make a good team. Listen to some podcasts you've posted. Keep them coming. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Dizzy. I appreciate that.
Deb says, I've just knocked over half a glass of red wine on a beige carpet on my hands and knees scrubbing the carpet.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Obviously not, because you're typing on YouTube at the same time.
I was going to say, that serves you right for drinking on a school night.
Get your priorities
It's
right.
bloody Monday. What you doing with red wine on a Monday night?
I know.
Legit said, I sold an Amazon Fire TV stick, bought at a thrift shop for $2, sold for $25, and earned $100 free money from eBay.
Oh, lovely. So you got $125 for a $2 sale.
That's
purchase.
a ching-ching, isn't it?
That's awesome, that. So was it a promotional thing, Jeff, then, obviously? Like, you'd obviously never sold anything on eBay. I find that hard to believe. I thought you would have sold something on eBay, but eBay's obviously come and sent out a promo to say, sell something or list something, and you get $100.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel sad. Look, there's Patches. And we're never going to get to meet her.
I know. R.I.P. Patches.
I know. Sharon says, hi, Chris. I enjoyed working alongside you on your Work Along Live 8-hour show. Will you be doing another soon?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You might find it ties in with the days I go in the office because...
When are you next in the office?
Exactly. I don't know. I haven't arranged a date yet. Has to keep himself occupied when I'm not here.
Yeah.
Rob's taking over the carpet cleaning.
Keep an eye out for more lives. I'm planning to do just impromptu lives at any point during the week, maybe even a weekend if there's nothing much going on or Belle's away somewhere, doing gallivanting somewhere. So I'm just planning on doing more lives. So yeah, I like the engagement. I like the fact I can just rock up, do a live show, have a chat with you guys, maybe get some work done, and then that's it. I don't have to edit or anything. But what I am doing with some of the shows, you might have noticed a live show from a couple of weeks ago, the CBC Live, is that if there's an interesting topic that gets talked about during a live show, I can clip it and then put it back into YouTube as a pre-recorded clip from the show. And that's how I'm working it, because a pre-recorded clip lasts forever, whereas a live show basically lasts for about a week on YouTube before it stops being found or promoted. So if an interesting bit of chat comes out of a live, I'm going to start clipping them, so they last forever.
I was going to say, and I'm not going off gallivanting until the end of August, and then it's over a weekend. So,
well, I might do a live over that weekend then.
There you go.
Where am I up to on the chat?
Guzzy said, picked up a player named Ice Hockey shirt in a charity shop today.
It's not a player named Ice Hockey. It's a player named Ice Hockey shirt. Just the way you said you read it.
We're $7.50, so they knew something, but surely 50 plus online.
Yeah. Ice hockey shirts are great to pick up. Like you can't go wrong. Even at £7.50, even a kid's ice hockey at £7.50, you can't really lose. The only way even then you're not going to lose at that price. But the only way you lose really is if somebody's put their own name on the back and not an actual player of some kind. Sometimes that can be a hard sell then at that point. But even you can sell personalized shirts, because a lot of time people in the UK buy them as fashion items rather than knowing actually what the players are. Bloody hell, Cooks.
I think some of Cookie's medication...
Why are you wafting it this way?
I think some of Cookie's medication is coming out the back end.
That is not nice.
Legit says I sold 4 or 5 things way back when in 1998-ish. eBay promo, they're looking for more sellers.
Yeah, well, Vinted's out now, isn't it, in the US? So it's probably trying to push that.
Lainey says, I did resell for a short time when my kids were very little, back when people sent postal orders and cash in the post.
Yeah. Pound coins, sellotape to cards. Yeah, I remember that.
House of Dolly says, I can now watch you both as I quit my job to do reselling. Wow.
Ooh.
There is nothing I love more than buying grubby trainers for £1 and doing them up and flipping them for £30+ pounds.
Nice. Well, good luck.
Big step. Big step. Good luck with that.
You've been brave.
Yeah.
Dizzy, if something doesn't sell on Vinted or eBay, which has been listed for a while, do you recommend deleting and relisting? Any tips? I have a 3-month process. I've talked about this quite a lot. You've probably heard it on some of the podcasts because they do talk about it a lot. My current process is this, right? I list something and it doesn't get promoted when it first gets listed. So it stays listed for a month. When it gets to 1 month, I then promote it at 2.5%. So then it carries on to the end of month 2. When it gets to month 2, I do a price reduction. Yeah, just a price reduction. And then as that item then reaches the end of month 3, so when it gets to the 3rd month of being listed, I end it, sell similar. I effectively start it as a new listing again. I change the title. I stop promoting again because it's starting the cycle from month 1 again. So there's no promoted again. I reduce the price again, and that's how it goes. And it'll do the 3-month cycle again until it gets to the end of 3, and then it gets ended again, starts again. And that's what I do. Seems to work quite well. Basically, in a 3-month period, it'll get 2 price reductions for every 2 months, every 3 months. So first month stays the same, just gets promoted, price reduction, end sell similar, and price reduction again. And then it goes a month without promoted, and it goes again, if you see what I mean. That's what I do, and that's the way I work. And basically things just keep getting reduced in price until they eventually sell.
Limelight says I saw Andrew Monumental bidding at the auction on Bargain Hunt today.
Oh yeah, I've seen that picture somewhere. I'm not sure, where did I see it? Did he put it on his socials?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he was on the TV.
Gets everywhere, does our Andrew.
Apparently though, he did say that footage was from like 4 years ago or something, but maybe it's been used as like stock footage.
All right. Antoinette Daly has joined us. Hello. Lainey says, are you looking forward to the footy season, Chris?
I am and I'm not, but I've quite enjoyed just not watching, not being tied down to football. I really am. But yeah, it's going to be back soon. I'm interested to see how this season goes. Obviously, new manager for City and new players and stuff. So I'm interested in that respect. But yeah, I quite enjoy the off season, really, having a rest from it all.
We're at the bottom.
There you go. We're at the bottom. It's a very good place to be.
No comment.
No comment. Right. So let's do some thank yous to our members before we talk about the main topic of conversation for tonight's show. A big thank you to all our VIP members here on YouTube. All the names going across the bottom of the screen right now. Thank you all very much for being part of the membership. It's $2.99 a month, and the main reason you'd probably join is if you want to either just support the channel and support us and help us promote, produce the content and keep doing our lives, keep giving stuff away for free on duck races and stuff like that. Or you might want to do it from more of a reselling perspective and come and join our Discord group, where we have about 65 people in there, all really nice people. We all get along and we all help each other. There's some resellers, there's some non-resellers in there. So if you want to join, it's $2.99 a month. And don't forget, Google take a third of it. So I end up with about £2 a month off that. So it's not groundbreaking. It just helps us keep the channel going, and it helps us pay for a few little things. If we need a bit of equipment, a new camera, a new microphone, if we need whatever we need to sort of run the show. Giveaways, freebies, Christmas stuff, Halloween shocker balls, things like that. That's what it pays for. So thank you to everybody who...
I think we should give that shock ball away as a Halloween prize.
Yeah, I don't
let somebody else suffer the consequences.
I don't ever want to use that ball again.
No. But there's a lot of people in this chat that would have you using it again.
Oh yeah, Lainey says they're in Europe for the first time in 50 years.
And Queenie Conquest has joined us. Hello, and she said, guess who's working at the Etihad this season?
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let us know.
Oh,
you're not reselling all the old kits, are you?
Legit said Tracy listed 5 things on Vinted and sold 3 inside an hour.
Well, Tracy's actually the reseller in that partnership, isn't she?
Tracy knows what she's doing.
That's good. That's good.
Secret Carper said, for £75 a week, it's the best group I've ever
75
joined. Well worth it.
75p a week, not pound.
I said 75p.
No, you said 75 pound.
I said p.
Didn't she, guys?
No, I said p.
No, didn't she say 75 pound?
Nope, I said p.
I wish it was 75 pound a week.
No,
Wouldn't need to do any reselling.
Worth every penny.
Oh, nice one, Carver. I appreciate that. It's very inexpensive. It's less than a coffee a month, isn't it? Just cut out one of your coffees.
Nope.
Or just pay $2.99. It's not a lot, is it? Even M's Den are in there, and they're the tightest resellers around. Oh, thank you, Rosie.
They keep waiting for sausages to be provided.
Yeah. I think the next duck race prize, we should just send out some sausages to people. Not in memory of, but...
Legit says, take that backseat car boot, Chris. I'm a legitimate reseller. Just look at my name.
Ah, true, yeah.
Oh, and Tracy's coming to back him up. Jeff is now a reseller officially. Hi, Tracy. Hope you're all right.
Hope you're good.
How dare you?
What do you mean, how dare you? You're self-proclaimed as being tight, M's Den. You literally said in your video today that you're very, very tight. You're not, though. We know you're not tight. You're very generous,
very
actually.
generous.
You just pretend that you're tight, but you're not at all. You're very kind, very generous people. Is that enough sucking up?
Life in the First Lane's joined us. Hello. Matcha for the win, Chris.
Oh, yes.
It's not a very good one because I made it and it's rubbish.
She put too much. We use, in our homemade matches, well, these are iced ones, by the way, but in our homemade ones, we use like vanilla or strawberry or caramel
or pumpkin
spice. Like sugar-free like flavors in the bottom. But Belle put a little bit too much vanilla in this one, but it's fine. It's all right.
See, how's this for recycling? We save our Greg's cups and then just make our own drinks.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, they taste better than Greg's. You know why? Because it ain't cost us £4. Who's tight now?
That looks radioactive.
I will be part of the match day team selling merch. Oh, nice one, Queenie. That's brilliant.
That'll be good.
Will you be anywhere, like, will you be able to watch the game? Like, when the game kicks off, will you be able to come in and watch it? I don't know how it works.
Hemston said we're not tight, we're frugal.
Yeah.
Isn't that a place? We got a place called Frugal now.
The reseller kid's in. The reseller kid popped into a live the other day.
Really? I've not gone. I was just about to say, I've not seen him for a while.
You know how old he is now?
Not a kid.
21.
Not a kid. Was he about 15?
He was about 12 when he was doing YouTube.
I think he was about 15 when we first got to know him.
I know, yeah.
Can't escape the matcha. Sister's addicted to him. So's Chris. He loves matcha.
I love it.
Ian G's joined us.
Hello, Ian.
Legit says Tracy's picture of Patches the cat is a lot better than mine with her claw in my head. They're both beautiful, and I'm just very sad that we're not going to get a chance to meet her.
Strawberry matcha is extremely popular here in North Carolina.
You had to work out where she lived then, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to work that one out. Whenever you see N, you immediately like think New York, but I know obviously they don't live in New York.
I hope not, because we ain't booked to go to New York.
I think the vanilla is the best one.
Yeah.
I had a strawberry again yesterday, didn't I? On our way back from a trip we'd taken. And I still find the vanilla is the best one. Rosie's still not been to Greg's. You know what? I give up.
We give up with her.
I wash my hands of you. I'll wash my hands. Yeah. Get away.
Banana matcha is the best.
What?
We haven't got banana matcha.
No, but you've got me thinking.
No.
I'm just trying to imagine it. Banana. It'd be like banana milkshake, wouldn't it?
Ew.
I'm going to try that.
They just started blueberry here and you won't even try that, will you?
No, I don't like blueberry. So.
What and when is this week's eBay Live?
I'm not decided yet. Well, it's going to be an off-the-cuff job. We've got a lot on this week. Yeah.
We've got a second viewing on our house on Wednesday. So, potentially, all goes well there. This could be the catalyst, and we don't have a house to move to. No,
we've not actually settled on anything.
No, we kind of slowed down, didn't we? Because we weren't getting many viewings, so we kind of slowed down looking at stuff, and now we're like, So we've had to book a few viewings in this week. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do banana matcha in Starbucks. Wow.
Yeah, but we won't go to Starbucks and pay Starbucks prices.
No, I would not pay £5
There
for
you
a
go
drink.
then.
We're also doing banana cold foam on iced coffee. Oh, maybe you should try banana matcha and see how it goes.
I don't do banana flavour on anything. I
No.
like bananas. Can't stand banana flavour. No. Do you know why? And I don't know if you had it in America, but as a child, when you used to get penicillin, it was like a yellow banana flavour.
Oh, I love that stuff. I really love that stuff.
Absolutely.
I could have drank a bottle of that.
My mum used to literally have to kneel on me and hold my nose to get that into me. It's gross, and that's just what banana reminds me of now.
Yes, Lainey, we are. Well, we're hoping to move. It's up for sale. We're up for sale. We've been up for about 2 months. We've only had 2 viewings. Both really like the house, and now somebody's coming back, like Belle said, for a second viewing because they've actually accepted an offer on theirs.
Yeah.
So. Oof.
And they did say when they came the first time that out of all the houses they'd viewed, ours was the top of their list. So.
Right, we need to move on.
But the Starbucks one is well too much. If £4 at Greg's is.
Starbucks is I think the last time we had a matcha from Starbucks, it was almost £6.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money. Like, and the minute you start going large or extra cream or something or whatever, you're touching £6, which is ridiculous.
You two need to move to Bangor so I can stay over.
It's way too far.
Carpet's been saved. Well done, Debs and Rob. Glad you've sorted it.
Okay.
Oh, they had bubblegum flavoured antibiotics.
Oh,
You'd have been well happy with that.
I love bubblegum flavoured stuff. Man, the glass is all slanted. Jeff says that was an amazing amount of food they brought you to at the tea at the pet cemetery. It was a lot of food, wasn't it? It to me, right, when they served it up, I was like, is that worth 45 quid?
It was a lot of
it
food.
Were a lot.
We couldn't eat it all.
Yeah, it was.
I literally, my belly was like sticking out for about 2 days afterwards. There was that much food in there. But it was very tasty.
Carol had a matcha from Greg's. Right, now, this is the thing, Carol. Did you get a flavour in there, or did you just have matcha? Because really you need a flavour in the matcha, otherwise it just tastes very earthy, like just a cold tea. So I would definitely advise you get a flavour in it. And my personal favourite is the vanilla one.
And if it was like dishwater, then they'd put too much ice in.
Yeah. Not sure how it works yet. I'm in. This is Queenie, by the way. I'm in for training on Wednesday, so I'll know more then. Off to Cardiff for the weekend.
First trophy this season.
Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed.
Oh, it's going to be fab, Queenie. Enjoy. Fingers crossed they're putting an acceptable offer.
Hope so.
Are you staying it? If we could buy a bungalow next door, we would do. But there's not much going around where we actually are. So we're having to look just a little bit further afield, but not too far, hopefully.
Never had a matcha. Matcha's the most overrated. No, it's not overrated. It's amazing.
I don't like it.
It gives you brain power as well. If you have a proper matcha, like the ones in Greg's, does have sugar in it, especially if you have one of the flavors in it. But if you make it yourself, you can make it without sugar. Pure matcha, pure brain power. You've given me that, babe. I'm probably going to not sleep now as well.
It was that ENG bargain says you look like Austin Powers when you move your glasses then, Chris.
What when I went like this? What's matcha? It's tea. It's ground
green tea.
Ground green tea. Pure tea leaves just ground into tiny little powder.
It's the current craze.
It's not a craze. It's amazing. Right. Come on, guys. Let's get started. Right.
To be fair, you were having matcha before it was all crazy in the shops, weren't you? You've been having it
I got
for a while.
into it. Yeah, I'd got into it. But I will say this. I was having hot matcha, like hot milk matcha. I'd not really tried the ice matcher until Greg started it, and then that's really turned me into ice matcher. So
Lainey says she's got a bundle on her, so much easier. Hope you can find one you're happy with. So
yeah,
do
I hope
we.
so, yeah.
Oh, we keep finding ones we're happy with. They're just too expensive.
Too expensive. Yep.
Because we're skinflints.
That's true. Okay, guys. Right. So the theme for today is, am I sourcing or am I shopping? And basically, this is all about, like, do we really need to source? And when I say we, I also include me in it as well. So I go through phases like this. And I think about sometimes when I go to a boot sale or I'm going charity shopping and stuff, am I sourcing to, like, scratch that itch, to get that dopamine hit of when you're out buying stuff? People get addicted to buying, don't they? And if you become a reseller, all of a sudden buying becomes part of your daily job. So I guess the question is, do you need to buy? And what would happen if you didn't buy anymore? Have you got enough stock, and how long would it last for? So let's just start from the beginning. Let me look at my notes. So sourcing is the fun bit, right? The fun bit part of reselling is the sourcing. It's the exciting part. And then listing 3 weeks later isn't really the exciting part, is it? We all hate that bit pretty much. So do we get a dopamine hit from buying? And do we convince ourselves that sourcing is the working? Or are we actually just shopping? You know, do we need this stuff?
But you get a dopamine hit when you sell something as well. So if you don't list it, then you can't sell it to get that hit.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But we love buying stuff. We love the treasure hunt. We love the dopamine hit of finding something out in the wild, wherever that may be.
And I know we've had this conversation in the past. You don't feel like you're spending your own money when it happens either. It's like, this is the business money.
Oh, totally true.
Because if it was your money, then you won't be buying it.
Well, there you go. I mean, technically, as a sole trader, you know, it's my money I'm spending anyway. It's my profits.
But mentally,
it's
you don't
not.
see it as that.
No. How often do we source, right? Ask yourself this question. How often do we source when we know we already have plenty of stock in the death pile, in the profit pile, in the garage? If you've got boxes of stuff, how often are you still going out to buy stuff? And then you've got to ask yourself the question, am I actually just going out to go buy because I like shopping? Or am I going out to buy because I really, really need the stock? And I think it's really important to examine this. I'm guilty of both sides of this. And I think it's important to examine it because sometimes this could be the difference between your business, your hustle, surviving and thriving, and also dying. Because if you just keep buying and keep stockpiling with death piles coming out of your ears, eventually you're just going to either have to stop buying or you're just going to be overwhelmed with stuff and stock. So just try and get through some of those questions that I've kicked off there, and let me know in the chat what you think.
Ella Reventa says, I do not need to buy. I have a supply yet and have far too much stock. It's about getting what I have listed and going and doing a lot of deep work on my items as there are issues with it selling. Lainey says, it's so weird being in your side chat and your reselling questions are actually something that I can answer now.
There you go.
Geordie's joined us.
Hi, Geordie.
I see what you buy, said I have a large death pile but still can't resist going to the boot sales to pick up more bargains. I would really miss the sourcing if I had to give it up.
I'm not saying you have to give it up, but imagine this, how this would change your business for a period of time. Just think now. No sourcing. You don't have to spend any money on inventory for the next 3 months. You could even push it to 6 months if you've got a big death pile, maybe longer. let's say 3 months, because I think that's a realistic no sourcing period for a lot of us. Think of this, all the stuff you can get listed in the time that you're not outsourcing. Think about the cash flow coming back in because you're sell, and you're not buying. So your cash flow is going to go positive fairly quickly. So if you're the kind of person where your cash flow is a bit tight sometimes month to month, and you got a big death pile, then you're the type of person needs to think, I could quite easily improve my cash flow, my bank balance, by just not buying for a little while. And I've kind of been doing that.
We haven't been going to as many.
I've not been going to hard, considering it's summer. I would normally be at a boot sale every weekend, every single weekend. I've not hardly been doing any buying really at boot sales.
It's normally the case of when
stuff.
you're like hesitant as to whether you're going to get up or not. And it's always the same. I go, do you need the stock? He goes, no. I go, right, then turn your alarm off.
and the upshot in that is I now have a very, very manageable level of stock, and I don't have a huge death pile. Right now, I could probably just list for about a month and I would run out. That's where I am at the minute. Whereas before, in past times, I could have been 6 months worth of stock. So right now I've got about a month's worth of stock.
But I think some of that's to do with eBay Live and
I've cleared a lot. I've cleared a lot on that. But the difference it's made to my bank balance, the difference it's made to my cash flow, along with using eBay Live as well, it just makes you think up here, what are you doing and what your priorities are for your business.
Deborah says, I don't need to buy, I have loads of stock, but it's the thrill of the sourcing that's so exciting. Raventa says, I haven't been to a car boot since December as I don't need to go and just do charity shops for fun. And I did feel like I had an itch to scratch, but then even buying stuff myself in a charity shops does that. Julie says, I hate shopping. For me, it's the worst part of reselling. I love listing and packing. Well, if you ask Chris to do food shopping, then he hates that. Yeah. Because he has to pay for that out of his own pocket.
I hate food shopping.
Pixel Fix says, I get a buzz buying, but equally when I get the sale too.
Yeah, that's good.
Deb says, I source every day, but I have a full garage, shed and spare room. It is an addiction. I have a death mountain. I could never move home.
But then think about this, Debs, right? Don't source. If you weren't to source for the next 3 months, like what I said, don't source for 3 months. Yeah, it'll be hell. It'll be hell because you're not doing the favorite part of your business.
Like having a detox.
Yeah, have a detox. But think of all the stuff you could sell. Your cash flow, your bank balance would rise rapid because there's no expenses for cost of goods. Think about that.
Stoney says, what if you need to maintain a certain amount of listings? If there's a target, you have to keep a certain amount of stock, or is that fluid? Lots of readings done says more listings are better.
Not always more listings are better. Quality over quantity for sure.
You reduced your
I reduced mine a lot. It's gone back up again now, but before we moved here to this house, I was down to 1,000 listings. Now I'm back up to sort of 1,700 listings. I want to be around the 1,000 mark, really, ideally. That would be my perfect spot. But quality over quantity for sure.
But I think the bottom line is what we're talking about is you get a lot of people, and Chris has been there as well, where you're buying that much stock that it's just piling up. So you never get into it to list, because what Chris ended up doing for a period of time was whenever he went to a car boot, he would stick to making sure he listed whatever he'd bought from that weekend. But all that meant then was everything he had already in storage and in the back room and in the attic had been sat there. Some of it for years. Yeah. He never got to it because he was constantly listing what he was buying. And when you got round to actually going through the stuff, there was some really decent, expensive stuff in them boxes, wasn't there? But you forget what you've got because it's been there that long.
I honestly think, right, because there's an abundance of stuff out there to buy. There's an abundance of stock to buy, whether you're a clothing seller, an everything seller, collectibles, whatever. There's always boot sales to go, even in the winter. There's always Vinted to buy from. There's always Facebook Marketplace. There's always even eBay. There's always wholesale suppliers to buy from. Why do you need, or why do any of us need, more than 1 month worth of stock in your backlog? Because all that is dead cash, because it's not listed. It's sat in the back room, sat in the garage. It's money that you've already spent, so it's already come out of your accounts, so it's a negative on your accounts.
And once you've listed it, it could sit on your eBay site for another 3-6 months, couldn't it?
Exactly. But you've got to list it to sell it. So why do we need more than, I say right now, why do we need more than 1 month's worth of backlog if you can always access stock? Like, if you're in a niche that's a bit more difficult, I understand it. But for me, right, I can always get stock, whether it be clothing, wholesalers, whatever, car boots. I can always get stock. So I don't need more than a month. Anything more than a month is dead money.
And taking up space.
Exactly.
Sandra said, I've just got a unit and I'm enjoying it. House of Dolly says, I have been going to car boots for years to shop for myself, and now my mindset has completely changed into sourcing, though I do wear a few source things. I've never looked as posh.
House of Dolly's got a really good point here, because I think this counts to me as well. I used to buy a lot of stuff for myself, like prior to being a reseller, whether it be clothing or whatever, collectibles. But since becoming a reseller, most of my purchases are for business, aren't they? I don't buy, I mean, what do I buy really for myself these days? Not that much. Not that much. And most of the time I can link it through the business.
I was going to say, but if he does buy himself stuff, the business buys it anyway, so he can get what he wants. If
it's something that I can use or potentially sell in the future, then it goes through the business anyway.
I think most of the stuff that he's got in this room, unless it's been gifted by me or other people, it's owned by the business. Technically,
this is most of my collectibles in here is stock, actually. Is death pile stock that's not listed.
Yeah.
I've just chosen not to list it, so I'm displaying it. But when I list it, that money will come back into the business.
Lana says, I've got a buying addiction and I'm not even a reseller, but some people do just have that.
Yeah, that's true.
Guzzy says, my aim when out is to feed my collection, but can't pass up knowing I can turn a profit into buzz. Stoney says, also, if you don't go out sourcing for a long time, you will feel like doing it. Or is it better to be consistent and make it part of the work week? You mean like once you got out of the habit of doing it, you won't want to do it anymore?
I'm not sure.
But you just have to look at, like,
I think
when we went through COVID and nobody could go out and source.
Yeah. You just find other ways, don't you?
Yeah, you just find other ways. And you actually found it quite nice to be able to source online once you'd figured out how to do it, because sometimes not having to leave the house and not having to walk around is nicer. Gives you more time to do the stuff that you need to do in your office. Because that's the other side of it, isn't it? While you're outsourcing, you're not listing and you're not doing stuff that you should be doing. Because you're out on a jolly.
Put in the chat now, right? Have a little think. Put in the chat, how big is your death pile? And if you weren't able to source, if you didn't source or you were banned from sourcing, how long would your death pile last before you had to go out sourcing, before you were down to zero, no death pile at all, everything you own listed? How long would your stock last for? Put it in the chat now if you can think about it.
See what you buy says, true, but the FOMO would be extreme.
It would. That's one of the things I put down here. FOMO is a killer, isn't it?
Sandra said, the unit makes it so much easier. I get so much more done when I'm there and find things easier that's sold too.
That's useful. Yeah.
Rosie says, all of the above. Husband agrees, but seriously, I need to reevaluate my stock. Helen says, I feel I got addicted to buying and have now stopped sourcing. Next year, I reach retirement age and have enough stock to probably last beyond that.
Ooh, that's a lot, Helen. That's a lot.
Sharon says, I do list a lot, 9 till 4, 3 to 4 days per week. So the trip to the car boots or charity shops is a welcome break from the listing. It also gives me exercise whilst buying more stock. Wins all round.
You just keep telling yourself that, Sharon.
Car Boot Keith said, evening all, I love buying and meeting with the other resellers. I hate listing, but love packing and sending. That means that's because you got a sale when you're packing.
Yeah, that's true.
Lainey said, sorting a job lot of jewellery, not only is there the buzz of what I might find, but untangling it helps me zone out mentally, which is great. I only get that taking goings out with my camera otherwise.
Ah, fair enough.
Deb says, I could survive not sourcing for a year, but I would be so bored. I really would save an absolute fortune. Just can't help going out to find treasures.
Imagine all that money you've got tied up in stock that's not listed, Debs.
Lainey says, I have to limit myself or it could easily get out of hand and it would affect others. Richard says, I have a lot of stock but still buy every week, and at the boot sales I'm very selective what I buy though. I think that's what you've gone down the route of, even though you do still go, you are a bit more selective.
I'm a bit more selective, but now I when I buy certain things, I buy them for live shows, live selling, but the rest of it, I tend to be a bit more selective.
Yeah. Ian says, I go to the local car boot to sell lagging stock and go round first to pick up bargains, only then start selling what I bought with me. It works out cheaper than coming home to source and pay for 2 packs.
Well, that makes sense.
Pay to park. Legitimate says, eBay's an AI listing thing makes listing really easy. That AI only asked me about Sarah Connor twice. Pixel Fixes, my depot helped me out last couple of months when I had my July tax bill, meant I didn't have to spend any more than usual and bill got paid. Next depot will be done coming up to Christmas.
Okie dokie.
See what you guys said. My view is that sourcing season is between March and October and all boot sales are in flow. Then I have a break during the winter months to try and clear what I've purchased. That's not a bad.
Does it really? I think people tell themselves that.
No.
Right.
If they stick to that. Then...
If you stick to it. But I think a lot of resellers tell themselves that, but then still go sourcing during the winter.
Yeah, but he's saying he doesn't. That's what his...
Really?
That's what his method is.
I'd love to see that in practice.
Flipping L says, I have way too much stock. My backlog is a hangover from COVID when everything was shut down. I have generally stopped buying at charity shops now as they just aren't what they were.
Yeah, that is true.
Cyril said, I've slowed right down on buying and putting lots in my drafts so I can put on a lot each day, and the bank is starting to look a lot better. In drafts at the moment, I have about 150.
Oof, that's a lot in draft bank. Careful they don't time out.
I was going to say we've heard of people losing stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, they don't last forever in there. I'm not sure what the current time is. I don't operate a draft bank, but yeah.
Oh, the dog's at it again. Richard said, I just like to have a stash of good stock. I see it as an investment which I'll one day cash in. Better return than the cash being left in the bank. Krillin's got a death mountain.
Yeah.
Deb says, I wish I could stay home and not go out sourcing, but I am always wondering what I might be missing out on. I do totally agree with you though, Chris. The way I sell at fairs, eventually it goes.
Fair enough.
Lisa says 1 day.
1 day? You'd only have 1 day worth of stock. That's amazing.
Limelight says, I think my depot will last at least 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Geordie says 8 months.
8 months. Oh, that's a lot, Geordie.
See what you buy says about a year.
Oh, God.
Hang on, didn't he just say he only sources March to October?
I'm not listening to that. It's nonsense.
Sharon Island said 5 to 6 weeks.
Not too bad. That's all right. That's acceptable.
Deb says my stock would probably last me a couple of years.
No, that's shocking, Debs. Get it listed. Go on holiday with the profits.
Alex says 2 to 3 months, I reckon, but FOMO is a big one, Chris. How much do you spend a month on stock?
That's a difficult one to answer, but I reckon I probably spare. It varies. It can be anything between £500 and £1,000 a month, probably, unless there's a big deal comes in, and sometimes I can spend like £2,000, like in one go like that. Like if there's a deal that's it very much varies though.
Lucy says, I have to admit I have a backlog from before COVID, but I have a shopping addiction, but just waiting for my shed to be built. Hopefully some more work for the shed will carry on soon. Secret Cap said my death
A lot of
pile is
comments.
about 2 months, but could last 4 to 5 months as I would sort through my 1,500 listings.
Yeah, fair dues, Carper. Yeah.
Stoney says, I think I have 3 months of clutter, but only have 40 items currently listed. Family attic clearance and hoarding 20 years of household stuff. We don't need to the point we need a storage locker. Yeah, get selling it. Helen says it's not as bad as it sounds, as it's not my main job.
Yeah, okay.
Emsden said 2 weeks of backlog is all we have now. That's amazing. We used to have a real problem and didn't source for 9 months in the past to clear the backlog.
That's impressive. I
That
like
is impressive.
2 weeks. That's awesome. That's all you've got.
Hang on, didn't we hear them say though they needed to go out because they were running out of stock? That's the other side of it. You don't want to run out of stock either.
But if you know you can just go out and get what you need, or buy online, or buy wholesale, then it's okay not to have a huge backlog, I think, in my opinion.
Lucy says, especially with a deal I got for a charity shop manager that working for me in the shop. Richard said, probably a couple of years, got close to clearing it during COVID, but even then with crazy sales and nothing else to do, I got a lot of listed, but couldn't list it all. It's amazing how many people have still got stock from like COVID, isn't it? Lainey said, I have 3 full 40-litre tubs. That is all my stock, but there are hundreds of items in each tub. Yeah, because jewellery's only little. It's great in the sense that all the space it takes, but if I could afford to, I could buy all the time. Lucy says, I also plan next year to get a family member to photograph once the shed and the office stations are ready. Deb says,
Want me to read some? You must be getting fed up.
I'm extremely selective. I'm just trying to get to the bottom so you can move on. I'm extremely selective when I buy now. I find myself walking around saying, got that, got 2 of those, got them. It really needs to kick me up the bum before I buy stock now.
At least you are being a little bit selective.
MMG Footy says, I have an AI-powered resale drop-off machine. Think in-post drop-off. People can bring unwanted items and instantly find out what they are worth. Machine will scan an item and give offers of cash
Interesting.
or decline.
That sounds interesting. Wow.
Never heard of that before.
No.
House of Dolly says, I'm getting shot of my huge death pile this week by giving it away to my daughter's mate who's going to give me 30% if it sells. They're doing a, what's it called, a consignment. Okay. Chris has kind of got that going on with my son, only we did it as a hoping it would be an incentive for him to actually do it, but it lasted about a month.
He's still selling.
Is he?
I think so. I assume he
I haven't
is.
seen him listing anything for ages.
I think maybe he's got a bit bored of it. I'm not sure. But at least, right, by doing it like this and giving him free stock in exchange for whatever we were doing, 50%, at least this way, he's not bought a load of stuff out of his own money.
And then got fed up.
With it.
We can just hand it back.
So now he can just like call it a day and he's not out of pocket, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think that was kind of like the point of it. Like,
he's got a little bit of a commitment thing, you know. He struggles with committing to doing stuff, doesn't he? And we just thought it might. I think we thought if he knew that, or if he thought that Chris was expecting something back from the free stock, it would give him incentive to list it and make the money, as well as giving him some extra cash in the bank. And it did for a short while.
I think he went on his honeymoon, come back, and he's kind of not really got back into the vibe of it, has he?
And he's also been moved places with his job, hasn't he? Which is extra hours, extra travel time. And I just don't think he can be bothered. But consignments can work.
Richard said, I've got a lot of small items like cameras, Walkmans, and small electricals. That sort of the sort of thing boxes can easily have 50 items in. Not sourcing this winter, so I'll work through some of it. Fair enough. Adam says, looking forward to Maresca this season, Chris. We look positive going forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Yeah. But it's been nice having a break from football. You know, turning it off and just not thinking about it. Carper says, what's everyone taking to their car boots? I go with £500. I hate not having enough. I normally take around 200 to 300 quid If I find something at a stall that's like, you know, a fair amount of money or a bundle or a job lot of stuff, I normally ask if they will take a bank transfer so that it doesn't use up my cash.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people are okay with it. I'm even starting to see a lot more people having the wireless card machines now, even at car boots. Like just normal people, because normal people can just get one of those cash card machines now and basically costs nothing really, hardly anything, just a very small percentage. So I think it's a really great idea. It was something I was saying on one of the lives last week, that I was surprised that I'd not seen Rachel Fantastic on any of her videos. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think she has a card machine. I'm surprised she doesn't use one, like being like literally a boot sale seller. I'm surprised she doesn't have one of those card machines now.
Antoinette says, I have a huge backlog of vintage jewellery, which is good as my house clearance guys who usually supply me are retiring to Portugal in September. Need to find some new ones. Deb says, did you know that IKEA will now buy back your previous purchase stock, especially their vintage items?
Oh, that's interesting.
They're all starting this, aren't they? Even eBay does that. You can sell your stuff back on eBay, can't you? Or is it can you list it?
You can relist something that you've bought.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what I've seen?
It just makes it easier to sell it back on again.
So you can, when you click on it, it'll just list it on to sell it.
Well, basically, yeah, but you obviously have to check it before you list it. But yeah,
all right. I haven't done it. I just saw it on one of my things the other day.
Sharon's doing a consignment with a friend at the moment. She's a hoarder of clothes and shoes. She tried on about 100 pairs of shoes yesterday and gave me 74 pairs to sell for her, and that's only a fraction. Oh, that's interesting. Good.
Yeah. Oh, stuff like that's always good.
Rachel Fantastic is cash only. I use a card machine. Transaction fee is 1.9%. I guess it depends. I've seen a few different card machines these days. There's some of them who are really like cheap, like almost free for the machine. And then I can't remember. There's one specific one being advertised right now that's pretty much, you know, free apart from a small fee. Maybe it's like that 1.9% or something. That to me seems like a very small fee. I guess you could have a thing by saying, you know, if you spend like £10 or more, you can pay on your card if you want. Here she is. I've taken a bank transfer a few times, but had someone claim through their bank. Really? Wow. I had no proof of anything, so was screwed. Cash only. Oh, fair enough. I just thought with you being a professional seller at a boot sale, you'd have had one of these card machine things. What was I going to say then? Just moving on. So, I mean, this whole sort of chat was all about really how we have so much money tied up in our death piles, but then we just carry on buying. And that's something that I've been trying to change my mindset on recently. I'm pretty sure Belle, like she said before, has noticed. And even she prompts me sometimes and said, do you really need to go out buying? And a lot of the time, right, if I weren't filming content, if I wasn't needing like YouTube videos and stuff, I probably wouldn't be that asked about going out anymore. You know, I would carry on sort of until my death piles got fairly low, and then I'd go out again if I needed to. But I definitely think the YouTube side of it sort of encourages me out more than I need to be out.
Yeah, you go out just for content.
Sometimes, yeah, it's like, you know, I've not put a boot sale video out for a few weeks. I better go out and try and get some stuff at a boot sale. And that's kind of what happens, I think. I don't know, like, if anyone else in the chat, any of the other content creators, YouTubers and all that, do you find that you end up going out for the content rather than the actual stock? Because that in itself is a bit dangerous as well.
I think once upon a time you had the FOMO issue where you wouldn't not go because you didn't want to miss anything. Where I think now, because you are leaning more towards a lot of what you get is sourced online anyway, you're moving away from the individual one-off items and going into like your jerseys and stuff. I just think your mentality's changed with the buying side of it.
But you know also what has helped change that? Seeing my bank balance go up and up and up and up. And there's nothing better to convince you not to keep going out buying than seeing your business account looking quite nice and healthy. But then also the good thing about that is when someone comes to you and says, do you want to buy my collection of toys, Funkos, whatever? And it's going to be like $2,000. Or I've also had people come to me and say, I've got 1,000, 100 jerseys or 1,000 jerseys. Do you want to buy them all at such a price? And then I can do it because I've got the cash flow to do it. So I'm definitely leaning more away from it. And also, like I said in the podcast that was out today with Simon and Luke, was I'm trying to lean more into repeatables and replenishables. I want to have a solid 5 to 10 lines in my eBay store, maybe Amazon in the future, but for now, I need to make it work on eBay first. I want to have a solid 5 to 10 lines that I can just keep buying in and keep repeating and keep buying in and not have to list it, just to keep, maybe it's a multi-listing, a multi-variation, that I can just keep buying and keep restocking. That is very limited sort of effort and time. I just keep buying more of it in. And it's kind of like the boring stuff. It's things that you might not really be interested in. It's not the cool stuff that you find at the boot sale, but it's solid profit that comes in on a daily basis. That is what I want to lean into. I'm not saying I want to stop getting the one-off items. I enjoy doing that. But also I'd like to have 5 to 10 lines that I just keep repeating, on almost autopilot. Once a listing is done, I can tweak the listing, I can put better pictures on, I can add videos, I can make the listing better and better and better, but the listing will always be there. All I need to do is change those stock numbers, maybe change the colors, the sizes, whatever. And that's what I want to do. By the end of this year, I want to have a couple of repeatable, replenishable lines at the least, but I would like to have 5 to 10.
Helps me out when you're not going to the car boots anyway, because I spend a fortune and it's my money, not the business.
Deb says,
which reminds me, I owe you a tenner from the weekend.
Yeah, you do, yeah. But I owe you some money from the vets today, so.
Deborah, I'll owe you money for the dog groomers tomorrow.
Oh, Deborah Sardine says, sum up, you don't need a card machine. You can take payment on your phone via the app. Yeah, I've seen that one, the sum up ones.
Richard says, I think if you have space to store it, it's okay to have a def pile. If you're paying to store it, then better to keep it to a minimum, as the cost storing it reduces the value. Richard, you got a great point there. You've got a great point, because if your def pile is going into paid storage, by the time you list something, there might not be any profit left in it. And I think that's a real risk for a lot of people, right? There's some people in the chat who use paid storage. Our mortgage paid storage. But would we be paying that anyway? We would be. So, but if you're paying for a unit, an office space, whatever like that, if you're throwing all your stuff into there, like Richard said, then you're in danger of that stuff not being profitable. You could even go into negative by the time you actually get stuff listed. And actually, my answer to that is no. If we didn't have a business, we wouldn't have such a big house, so the mortgage wouldn't be as big, so we'd be paying less. So we are paying storage for your stuff. Maybe. But you get it back when you sell the house. That's the difference. You get it back. It's not dead money. It's an investment, isn't it? Yeah. Rachel said, yeah, I wanted to stay in bed on Sunday, but I thought I'd better go out to get a video. There you go. Yeah. Amsterdam said sometimes yes, as we want to write a variety of different videos. Retro Shella says, I tell myself it's okay if I spend £60 on a Chazza run and make more than that back from one item, and some of the bits fall to the wayside. I've already made my money back. My death pile is wild. But I kind of get what you're saying there, but as a reseller, you should be thinking, great, I've made me £60 back on this one item, and the rest is profit, not the rest can fall to the wayside. Exactly, yeah.
I've done that in the past where I've bought a job lot of stuff. I've gone and listed the most valuable things first because I'm thinking in my head, got to get my money back. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So you do that, and the rest goes in the death pile. And it never sees the light of day for months. Well, that's not great, is it? But guilty of it as well myself.
Because it's not all about making your money back; it's about making a profit.
Jeff says, I have a huge supply of UK size 6 trainers if you're interested. Trainer lady, okay. There you go. Phil says, my store is above 95% replenishables. I rarely list. Perfect. It's the perfect situation, isn't it? And Phil has an interest in what he sells as well. So,
because he says an endless supply of messy panini stickers.
Okay. So, yeah, there you go. I just wanted to talk about that. If sourcing, you know, going to the boot sales, charity shopping and stuff, if that didn't have the dopamine hit and it was just another task in your business, if you remove that enjoyment from it, particularly the car boots, because that's the one, isn't it? Would the numbers alone still make you do it? Or would you be like, oh, I don't really, you know? I think I know the answer to this because we all actually enjoy that part of it, or most of us do. There was a couple of in the chat, wasn't there? But if you remove the dopamine hit, you remove the thrill of the hunt, and sourcing became a task, you probably wouldn't do it, would you? Or you just do it enough to make, you know, to make your business tick over. There you go.
Are you basically becoming a shop though if you don't go out sourcing? You're not a reseller. You're basically just a shop ordering, stocking, and listing it.
It's a reseller, aren't you? Buying something and then flipping it, selling it. I mean, if you buy wholesale, you're still a reseller, aren't you? You buy a load of wholesale jerseys like what I do.
Yeah.
Any more chit chat?
Retro Shell said, don't get me wrong, it doesn't happen all the time, but from time to time for sure. Like Chris has just said, apparently he does it too.
Alex said, I started off just selling brand new Ford RS car parts. It was so, is that easy? It was so easy. And now you're just selling all kinds of shit. No need to store the stock. A little bit different now as I sell a bit of everything. There you go. You've evolved into one of us. Yeah. Oh, it was an interesting chat. That got people talking, didn't it? That's what I like to do with these Monday nights, is just pick a topic. Unless there's something going on in reselling, like there's a big announcement from one of the platforms or something really like important to talk about. If there's not, then I just like to promote a bit of conversation and get your brain thinking about these things. Because I think a lot like that. Like, I do think deeply about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and like, could I do things better?
Yep, and then normally comes up with some crazy
Come up
idea.
with a crazy plan.
And he'll go, I've been thinking. I go, oh, no.
Yeah, that is normal.
Now?
I've got an idea. I think you've always got to be thinking though, like thinking of your next thing. I've said this in the podcast with Simon and Luke that is out now if you want to go watch it. I said this, I think you always got to be like thinking about what you're going to do next, what the future holds, and how can you keep evolving and keep changing and keep your finger on the pulse, you know, not go stale. You know, what are you going to do next? What's your next idea? And that's what I'm like. I'm always trying to think of my next idea, aren't I?
You are that.
Debs could finally join in with a topic.
Well, I'll tell you what, Debs, you've persevered for about how many years have you been watching us to finally get your topic?
Linlin just loves shopping.
Don't we all, Linlin? Don't we all?
And Jeff says it's not a birthday, but Tracy and I will have been married 38 years if we make it till Friday. She might be gone by Friday, though. She might leave you, Jeff.
Oh, is that... Now, Jeff, it's your anniversaries where you buy your roses, isn't it? Does that mean you've got to buy 38 roses? Because
what is the 38th one?
I don't know what the 38th one is.
Right.
But I'm sure Jeff said that from the first anniversary, he bought like 1 rose, and every year he's been increasing it. So that would be 38 roses. And I know how expensive 1 rose is.
What?
So that's why Jeff's selling on eBay.
Yeah. What can we? What VT can we play for Jeff and Tracy to celebrate their 38 years that's impending?
We only have happy birthday.
I think this would be a good one.
Oh no.
Oh. 3. He's got to buy 3 dozen plus 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Yep, he's bought me 37 roses last year. Jeff's starting to rethink when he started at 1. Wasn't planning on still being here 38 years later, was it?
I think we'll play the tiki theme for Jeff and Tracy. This is especially for you guys.
Welcome, Cheeky Cheeky Squidward's Tiki Land. Cheeky Cheeky. Welcome, Cheeky Cheeky Squidward's Tiki Land. Cheeky Cheeky.
That's just for you.
He's just misplaying some of these VTs, and
I've not played them for ages.
Now he's just pulling out all the random ones for you. We need just a congratulations one.
I've got congratulations. The nearest I've got is the Muppets.
This is my island in the sun.
Is that what we'll be like after 38 years? This is my island in the sun.
He buys in bulk and arranges them by himself. So not only is he buying you 38 roses, but he's putting a lot of thought and effort
No
into
way he
it.
does that. No way he does that. I don't believe
Do
you,
you know?
Tracy. No way.
He just gets better and better, does our Jeff.
What a guy.
I know. That's amazing.
Oh, what a legend. Can't believe it, really.
I want photos.
I think he's talking. I think he's having you on, Tracy, there, to be honest with you. I think he's got someone doing that.
I want a photo. I want to see what 38 roses looks like. I don't think you've ever bought me a rose. Ever. Not one.
Because I think I probably have.
No, not one.
I'm sure I have.
No, not one.
I'm sure I have.
I don't think you have.
I'm sure I
I
have.
don't think you have.
Don't lie. I haven't got the heavy one because it got me a copyright strike guzzy last time. So I don't play that heavy one anymore. Well, I've got loads on here that I use now and again. But I haven't got the heavy one anymore.
Well, congratulations, guys, and I hope you're doing something lovely on Friday to celebrate.
Are we ready for the duck race?
I'm ready for bed.
I can see it in your face.
Belle's
getting twitchy.
I'm getting
She's
twitchy.
moving. Her leg's going.
I've got palpitations. I'm getting twitchy and I'm tired.
Well, you just had that iced coffee and it's bedtime.
No, I've been having palpitations all day because I'm tired.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. So it's getting like...
Jeff said, my mate Don, who retired a few years back, shared the same anniversary. He said he never bought his wife anything, said it was all about setting a precedent. That is good.
Tracy said he definitely does. He has a special vase that he keeps in the pantry for the yearly occasion and for Valentine's too.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jeff, he's such a
Makes me
sweet. He's
sick.
such a sweetie. This will be the 219th duck race.
It is.
Jeff has changed the subject.
Before we start the duck race.
How's Cookie's bum this week?
Oh, we don't need a cookie bum update.
Well, she's been to the vets today because she's been on her antibiotics for nearly 2 weeks. And
Chris has said, hang on, Chris has said nothing all show. And then he comes in with how's Cookie's bum this week?
Apart from it being stinky. No, she's been to the vets today, and on a positive note, I don't know how much crude description you give of what happens when she goes to these vets, the poor thing. But they've checked her anal glands again, and it's actually come out looking relatively good. There was no blood in it this time, so that's positive. So she's got another week of antibiotics because they think it's finally working.
Do we want the duck pond bulletin before we do the duck race, or do we just go into the duck race? Just let me know in the chat. Just put a very quick yes or no. Do you want the duck pond bulletin or not? Otherwise, I'm going to get on with the duck race. Quickly put it in the chat, yay or nay, and we'll decide very quickly. Anytime today. There's one yes. Yes or no for the duck pond bulletin?
There you go, 4 yeses.
That'll
We'll
do.
take that as a majority.
Yeah, there's no one saying no, so let's put it that way. Right, okay, let's do it. So basically, the duck pond bulletin is what I do to get all the names for the duck races. I copy and paste all the chat from the previous week, and ChatGPT picks out all the usernames, makes sure there's no duplicates, and gives me a list for tonight. But also, what ChatGPT started doing was give me a duck pond bulletin. I never asked it to do it. It just basically round up all the comments into basically like a summary of comments. So this is the duck pond bulletin for this week. So Karen Evans enters tonight as the reigning champion after winning duck race number 218, her second victory. Mark Hill has got the keys to his new home today, which feels like a fairly solid excuse for watching tonight on replay. M's Den have apparently discovered the secret to sales. Stop listing things and start removing them from eBay. A revolutionary business strategy. Heather Martin has revealed she is also Morris Minicat, meaning that we've uncovered our first confirmed case of duck race multiple identity syndrome. Summer sales misery continues. Dan says their eBay sales have halved compared with July 2025, while several others are leaning harder into Vinted markets and boot sales. Sarah Marsden now lives with the constant background of fear.
You missed that one.
All right. Fear of Vinted randomly shutting down despite doing nothing wrong, the authentic Vinted experience. The Gilded Geezer reports 30 degrees and melting in West Sussex alongside the compulsory motivational quote, "Weather desk remains fully operational." And joke of the week goes to Chris Tyler. What do you get if you put a duck in a cement mixer? Quacks in the pavement.
And it says absolutely dreadful underneath.
Absolutely dreadful, according to ChatGPT.
Says Jack G, who comes up with ladder jokes.
I know, yeah, I know. Right, here we go. Duck race time. Belle's going to do the commentary because she wasn't here last week.
That's not a
Yes, it
thing.
is, because
No,
I did it last week.
I think you should do it all the time.
Off you go.
And we are off. My brain's not going to work fast enough.
You
to
can
this
do
duck
it.
Race commentary.
You can do it.
So out at the front of the pack at the moment, we've got Karen see, can't even talk.
Get on with it.
Karen Evans down at the bottom, dressed as a doctor. We've got Pumpkin Picker next to her as the mermaid. Just above that is Shire Tops with Nothing Major, has now peeked at the front, dressed as a Christmas reindeer. Ian G's up at the top of the screen. Car Boot Chris has made it into his own race yet again.
It's not my fault.
Chris Tyler is a naked duck and he's just coming to have a peek at the front to see what's going on, along with Car Boot Keith. Lin is bobbing along quietly at the bottom, hoping nobody will notice her down there. Richard Payne, he's trying to push his way through to the top. Up the top, I can see Deborah Sardine coming through the centre of the pack to see what's going on up at the front. Angel Delight is a pink duck and she's leading the pack by quite a distance at the moment. But we still have a minute left to go. Down at the bottom, Linlin's still there. We have Phil Higginson, Sarah Marsden, Angel Blight, Jules, Titch, Deborah Sardine, Richard Payne, all leading this pack of ducks to the finale.
That was a shit bit of commentary right there. You ran out of things to say, didn't you?
I did. I didn't know what to say. Let's have a look who's in the middle of the pack. I can see Jeff Davis, Dorothy Watkins, Alkmack, Steve O'Brano, Nothing Major. These people are never going to win if they do not get a swim on and work their way up to the front. Tiny Cloud has done that and is now leading the pack along with Car Boot Keith, Ensdem and Shire Tops. The Gilded Geezer is also up there too. A lot of ducks are going in the opposite direction now when we've got the last 13 seconds. We've got Rosie Marsden, Car Boot Keith and Linlin still at the front of the pack. Can they hold on for the next 5 seconds? Nope. The whole pack is changing. This could be anybody's. It's going to be Mark Hill. Mark Hill came out from nowhere.
Oh, that was a pathetic ending. You didn't even celebrate, Mark. Well done, Mark. I'll give you a proper round of applause. Well done, Mark Hill, the winner. The winner. She ran out of steam, didn't she? Just like some of those ducks.
I didn't start with any steam. That was the problem. My brain is on breathe and blink function.
What does that mean?
I can about breathe and blink. But it's fine. Don't worry about me.
Good.
Is Mark in with us today? I can't remember.
Mark, are you here? Mark, you need to...
We don't even know what they're getting. Have you shown them? Or have you not even got anything?
It's downstairs. Sale coming in, and
The duck race winner. is
Buffy the
for Mark.
Vampire Slayer tarot cards. So yeah, Mark, if you're watching this, you need to message me on Instagram, Facebook, or there's an email address down below in this video. So email me, message me, whatever. Just contact me. I need your full name, address, and I'll get your prize. It's a mystery prize, and it'll go out. You will get some of the special mini mockies, the little sweeties.
Is his mystery prize some of the little ducks I bought?
Maybe. Maybe. Or it might be a soft toy. I'm not sure which one yet.
Okay.
But yeah, well done to Mark. Is Mark in?
If he is, I haven't seen him
Oh,
yet.
is it Mark who's got a new house today?
Oh, yeah. Got the keys to his new
Yeah.
house.
Oh, well, congrats, Mark. He's got, not only has he got the
moving in
keys,
gift.
he's got the keys to his new house, and also he's won the duck race on the same day. How lucky can you be?
Comes in threes. What else
That's
is going to
mad.
happen?
You've got a third piece of good luck coming your way. But well done, Mark. Hello, Cookster. You right, baby? That's it for today, I guess. We're reaching the 1 hour 30 mark, so we're all done for the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, if you want to join the membership, you can do. Just click the join button below. It's $2.99 a month. Come and join us in our Discord, or just support the channel if you want to support the channel. That would be very nice of you. And thank you as well to everyone who came over to our new channel, the Living Bucket List. You can, if you still want to come and join us, if you haven't already. Lots of people have come over. I'll put the scan code in the top corner here. You can scan it with your phone.
Come watch us have afternoon tea at a pet cemetery.
Yeah, if you want to have some fun.
We're full of joy like that.
Yeah. We've 2 videos out so far. Another video coming out this week. In fact, there might be 2 videos out this week if we get time to film one. Yeah. So thank you to everyone who joined us on the new channel. It's been going nicely. So yeah, we are done.
Stoney says, Fab show. Looking forward to tuning in regularly. Thank
Oh,
you for
lovely,
joining
Stoney.
us. Glad you've enjoyed yourself.
Nice one. Cheers. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music or any of your favorite audio channels or your podcasting channels, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to hit the download button over there. That's the important bit for us. And we're done. I'm going to give you Chris's final thoughts, and then we're going to run the rolling credits, the end credits.
Cookie's had enough by the looks of it.
I know, she probably needs a toilet.
I'm pretty sure I've got a massive claw mark down my leg after she just pawed me.
Thanks, Cooks. Thanks. Right. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next time. So Chris's final thought. Sourcing is one of the best parts of reselling. And I never want to lose that. But buying something doesn't make us money. Selling it does. Maybe the trick isn't to stop sourcing. It's to become better at knowing when to buy and when, more importantly, to walk away. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you on the next one.
Have a good week. Bye.
That's it for today's episode. Don't forget to like or make a comment. I always reply to comments. And if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on one of the audio channels, hit the download button, and we'll see you next time.